A very warm and delightful welcome to my channel. My name is Muhammad Salim and you're watching Pursuit of Motivation. Today in this video we are going to learn the second lesson of NCERT book Honeycomb of class 7th. The name of the lesson is A Gift of Chappals, written by Vasanta Surya. In this video, I'll cover the part 2 of this lesson. For part 1, watch my previous video. And you can subscribe my channel if you like what I do. I hope you all are exuberant to learn the part 2 of this lesson. So, let's get started. Before we move ahead, let's quickly recap the story. Mridu is a young girl living in Chennai with her grandmother. One day, she visits her Aunt Ruku's house, where she is welcomed by her cousins, Ravi and Meena. She notices a pair of large chappals outside the house. Ravi shared a secret with her about a stray cat that they had found outside the house. Ravi also tells her that they feed milk to the kitten hiding from their mother. They had named the cat Mahendravarma Pallava Poonai. Tracing instances from history, Ravi proved that the cat was a descendant of a lion. The lion which was the emblem of the Pallava dynasty. He thought that the cat was a Mahabalipuram Rishi-cat. Mridu also saw Lali, her other cousin, practicing violin with her music teacher. In the meanwhile, a beggar shouts from the gate. Now, let's move ahead with the story. Ravi, send that beggar away, cried his mother from the back veranda, where she was chatting with Tapi. He has been coming here every day for the past week, and it's time he found another house to beg from, Pati explained to Tapi. Mridu and Meena followed Ravi out. The beggar was already in the garden, making himself quite at home. He had spread his upper cloth under the neem tree and was leaning against its trunk, apparently prepared to take a little snooze while he waited for the arms to appear. Go away, said Ravi sternly. My party says it's time you found another house to beg from. The beggar opened his eyes very wide and gazed at each of the children one by one. The ladies of this house, he said, at last, in a voice choked with feeling, are very kind souls. I have kept my body and soul together on their generosity for a whole week. I cannot believe that they would turn me away. He raised his voice. Amma! Amma, oh! Sad his wail might be, but it certainly wasn't feeble. It began in a deep, strong rumble somewhere in his withered belly and came booming out of his mouth, with its few remaining teeth stained brown with beetle chewing. Ravi, tell him there's nothing left in the kitchen, called Rukumani. And he's not to come again. Tell him that. She sounded fed up. Ravi didn't have to repeat it all to the beggar. What his mother said had been easy for them all to hear there under the neem tree. The beggar sat up and sighed. Snooze. It means short sleep. Kept my body and soul together. It means managed to stay alive. Fed up. It means tired and unhappy. Ravi's mother told him to send the beggar away as the beggar was coming there every day from the past week and it was time he should look for another house. Ravi went out along with Mridu and Meena. The beggar was sitting beneath the neem tree waiting for the alms. Ravi told the beggar to go away as his mother has ordered him to do so. The beggar felt unhappy and explained that he has been coming to their house from past week and he has never left without food and he could not believe that he was being refused of food. The beggar started calling out name of the lady in a very loud and sad tone. Ravi's mother told him to tell the beggar that nothing is left to eat and he should never visit the house again. She shouted it so loudly that Ravi had not to repeat it to Beggar. The beggar stood up and was very sad. I'll go, he said wearily. Only let me have a rest here under this tree. The sun is so hot. The tar has melted on the road. My feet are already blistered. He stretched out his feet to show large pink peeling blisters on the soles of his bare feet. I suppose he doesn't have the money to buy chappals, Mridu whispered to Meena and Ravi. Have you got an old pair in the house somewhere? I don't know, said Ravi. Mine are too small to fit his feet, or I'd have given them to him. And his feet were larger than Mridu's and Meena's. The beggar was shaking out his upper clothes and tightening his dhoti. He raised his eyes and looked fearfully at the road, gleaming in the afternoon heat. He needs something on his feet, Meena said, her big eyes filling. It's not fair. Shh, said Ravi. I'm thinking about it, blubbering. It's not fair isn't going to help. In 2 minutes, he'll be frying his feet on that road. What he needs is a pair of chappals. So where do we get them? Come, let's search the house. He pushed Mridu and Meena into the house. Just as she stepped into the veranda, Mridu's eyes fell on the odd-looking chappals she had noticed when she arrived. Ravi, she whispered to him. Whose are those? Ravi turned and glanced at the shabby-looking but sturdy old slippers. He beamed and nodded. These are just the right size, he said, picking them up. Mridu and Meena followed him nervously back into the garden. Here, said Ravi to the beggar, dropping the slippers in front of the old man. Wear these and don't come back. The beggar stared at the slippers, hurriedly flung his towel over his shoulder, pushed his feet into them and left, muttering and blessing to the children. In a minute he had vanished around the corner of the street. Blisters. It means boils or bubbles on the skin from burns or rubbing. The beggar told the children that he would go away after taking some rest. The tar had melted on the hot road and his bare feet had got blisters. The children got sympathetic towards him. Mridu asked Meena and Ravi if they had got an old pair of slippers in the house. Ravi went to search for them. The beggar was preparing to leave but was looking fearfully at the hot road. Mridu noticed a pair of chappals on the veranda. Those were shabby looking but sturdy. They gave those chappals to Beggar and asked him never to come back again. The beggar blessed the children. He pushed his feet into the slippers and left in hurry. The music master came out of the house and took an unappreciative look at the three of them sitting quietly under the tree, playing marbles. Then he searched for his chappals in the veranda, where he had put them. "Lali," he called. After a few moments, she hurried up to him. "Have you seen my chappals, my dear? I remember having kept them here." Ravi, Mridu, and Meena silently watched Lali and the music master searching every corner of the veranda. He scurried around, looking over the railing and crouching near the flower pots to look between them. Brand new they were. I went all the way to Mount Road to buy them. He went on saying, "They cost a whole month's fee. Do you know?" Soon Lali went in to tell her mother. Rukumani appeared, looking harassed, with party following her. Where could they be? It's really quite upsetting to think someone might have stolen them. So many vendors come to the door, worried party. Unappreciative. It means disapproving. Music master had finished teaching Lali and was leaving for home, but he could not find his slippers. He looked with suspicion towards the children who were playing marbles. Then he searched his slippers near a veranda where he had kept them. Then he called Lali. She came out running to him. He inquired about his chappals. Ravi, Mridu, and Meena were quietly watching the music master and Lali. They were searching every corner of the veranda. They kept searching around for some time. The music teacher got very furious and complained that the slippers were brand new and he had bought them from Mount Road, which costed him the whole month's fee. Lali went inside and told her mother. She came out along with party. They were embarrassed about the loss of music teacher, but couldn't quite find out the reason for stolen slippers. Rukumani caught sight of Ravi, Mridu, and Meena sitting under the tree. "Have you children?" she began, and then, seeing they were curiously quiet, went on more slowly. "Seen anyone lurking around the veranda?" A sharp V-shaped line had formed between her eyebrows. Another straight, tighter one appeared in place of her usually soft, pleasant mouth. Rukumani was angry, thought Mridu with a shiver. She wouldn't be so upset if she knew about the poor beggar with sores on his feet, she tried to tell herself. Taking a deep breath, she cried, "Rukumani, there was a beggar here. Poor thing, he had such boils on his feet." "So?" said Rukumani grimly, turning to Ravi. You gave the music master's chappals to that old beggar who turns up here? Children these days, groaned Pati. Amma, didn't you tell me about Karna, who gave away everything he had, even his gold earrings? He was so kind and generous. Silly, snapped Rukumani. Karna didn't give away other people's things. He only gave away his own. But my chappals wouldn't have fitted the beggar's feet, Ravi rushed brashly on. And Amma, if they did fit, would you really not have minded? Ravi, said Rukumani, very angry now. Go inside this minute. Lurking. It means waiting quietly, without attracting attention. Rukumani inquired children about any suspicious activity around the veranda. She was very angry. Mridu was shivering with fear. She thought to herself that she should tell Rukumani about the beggar. She will not be angry after discovering about the condition of that poor beggar. So she gathered her courage and told Rukumani about the beggar, that they have gave music teacher's chappals to that beggar. Rukumani got furious after hearing this. Ravi argued and told his mother that she has told him about Karna, who was very generous and kind, and how he even gave his earrings to poor. Rukumani scolded him and said Karna used to give his own things, not the things of others. Ravi replied his slippers were too small for the beggar, and even if they had fitted him, his mother would not have allowed. Rukumani got even more angry and ordered Ravi to go inside. She hurried indoors and brought out Gopu Mama's hardly worn new chappals. These should fit you, sir. Please put these on. I am sorry, my son has been very naughty. The music master's eyes lit up. He put them on, trying not to look too happy. Well, I suppose these will have to do. These days children have no respect for elders. What to do? A Hanuman incarnate. Only Rama can save such a naughty fellow. Rukumani's eyes flashed. She didn't seem to like Ravi being called a monkey, even a holy monkey. She stood stiff and straight by the front door. It was clear she wanted him to leave quickly. When he had clattered off in his new chappals, she said, Mridu, come in and have some tiffin. Honestly, how do you children think of such things? Thank God your Gopu Mama doesn't wear his chappals to work. As she walked towards the kitchen with Mridu and Meena, she suddenly began to laugh. But he's always in such a hurry to throw off his shoes and socks and get into his chappals as soon as he comes home. What's your mama going to say this evening when I tell him I gave his chappals to the music master? Rukumani went inside and brought Gopu Mama's new chappals and gave them to the music master. She apologized to the master on behalf of her son, Ravi. The music master's eyes lit up with joy. He put them on and called Ravi a naughty monkey. The mother didn't like Ravi being called a monkey. She went inside the house. She thanked God that Gopu Mama's chappals were there. But she laughed to think how much upset he would be on his return. She declared that she would take all the blame on herself. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, take care, stay blessed.